shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Welcome to the Feast of Tabernacles, Sukkot in the Hebrew. I am your Zaqan YaaQob. As always, I'm giving all praises, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahweh Bashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom, Wa, Baruch, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day when the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. All praises to the Almighty Yah. Hallelujah.
So be it. Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed. I'm joined this evening by my most esteemed Kenaniah. Shabbat Shalom, my king.
Hey, Shabbat Shalom, my king. Shabbat Shalom, Yasharal. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Wamalak Yahweh Shah, Barakatah.
Yes, indeed. All praises to Yahweh in the name of his beloved son, Yahweh Shah, the Messiah. Bless you. Yes, indeed. So we are here for the Feast of Sukkot. Some of you may know it as the Feast of Tabernacles. We have a very special treat. Went to the archives, pulled out an old lesson from one of our old mores, our old teachers, and he brought it big on this particular lesson. It's called the Prophecy of Tabernacles, and this comes to us by now Zaqan YaaQob, chosen seed. And pay attention, get your notepads and your pens, and be prepared because the brother drops precept after precept after precept, and it's good stuff. So, all praises to the Most High. Let's get to it.
This is extra.
So, what is this Feast of Tabernacles? What is it really about? What is it? Greater tabernacle to come. In gathering, yeah, okay. Right? So we're going to keep a little of that. We got a whole different way to go with it. Right? So this is the one feast that you are commanded to do what in? Dwelling booths, what else? Rejoice. So are you supposed to enjoy all the other ones? Absolutely. But this is the one that's specifically told to you to rejoice in, right? How y'all think that is? Go ahead.
Because of the harvest.
Because of the harvest, yeah, that's a big part. Anybody else? So remember, trumpet is repenting, right? Atonement is redemption, and then you rejoice, right? All right, let's get on Exodus chapter 23, verse 14.
Shemot, chapter 23 and verse 14. Hey, y'all back there sitting in the hallway, man, y'all be careful. We're right there by that door. We are on Joy Road. I just want y'all to be mindful there's people coming in the door, and there could be a stranger to walk right in there. So keep your eyes up. Shemot 23 and what, 14?
Yeah, verse 14.
And 14. 3 times you shall keep a feast unto me in the year. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. You shall eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded you. in the time appointed of the month of Abib. For in it you came out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of your labors, which you have sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering.
And the what?
And the feast of ingathering.
Read on.
Which is in the end of the year, when you have gathered in your labors out of the field.
And your what?
In your labors out of the field.
Read.
3 times in the year, all your males shall appear before Yahuwah Elohim.
So 3 times in a year, all the males are supposed to appear before Elohim. So we got 7 feasts in all, but 3 of them you're supposed to directly be in the land, right? And this one right here, you're specifically supposed to rejoice. Leviticus 23, 34.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, at verse 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto Yahuwah. On the first day shall be a set apart convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. On the 8th day shall be a set apart convocation unto you.
So it has a first day and it has an 8th day. So to keep that in mind, it goes for 8 days, right? Keep that in mind. 8 days. Read.
And you shall offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah. It is a solemn assembly.
It is what?
A solemn assembly.
It is a solemn assembly. Read.
And you shall do no servile work therein. These are the feasts of Yahuwah.
Feast of who?
The feast of Yahuwah.
The feast of the Jews.
Of Yahuwah.
Feast of Yah. Read.
Which you shall proclaim to be set apart convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto Yahuwah, a burnt offering, a meat offering, a sacrifice, and drink offerings, everything upon his day, besides the Sabbaths of Yahuwah, and beside your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your free will offerings, which you shall give unto Yahuwah. Also, in the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land, you shall keep a feast unto Yahuwah 7 days. On the first day shall be a Shabbat.
First day is a Shabbat. Read.
And on the 8th day shall be a Shabbat.
So the first and the 8th day are Shabbats. I think these 2 specifically are Shabbats. What makes them more special than the days in between? Kind of go with that. What'd you say? We get it in the end. I can go with that. I'm looking for something else, but that's not wrong. Yeah, they more special than the ones in between. We'll get to it. Keep it in mind though.
Itching to get to that point.
All right, so the first and the last day are more special. They're more set apart than the ones in between, right? Read. Verse 40.
Verse 40. And you shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before Yahuwah your Elohim 7 days. And you shall keep it a feast unto Yahuwah 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever.
Alone?
Forever.
Forever.
In your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. You shall dwell in booths.
Do what?
Dwell in booths.
It said you shall dwell in booths. in mind, dwelling booths, the 1st and the 8th day are the special 2 days out of it. All of it is special, but the 1st and the 8th day are more special than the rest. Read.
You shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
To do what?
To dwell in booths.
To dwell in booths. So you keep repeating this. Dwell in booths. Dwell in booths. We want you to really, really get this in the head. So we did this lesson last year, so I ain't gonna go with all what I did. We're gonna switch it up some. All right? So give me Genesis chapter 33, verse 17.
Better sheet, or Genesis chapter 33, verse 17. And Jacob journeyed to Sukkot.
He did what?
He journeyed to Sukkot.
What does Sukkot mean? Booths. Read.
And built him an house and made booths for his cattle.
So he did what?
Built him an house and made booths for his cattle.
So he made booths for his cattle. So keep in mind these temporary dwellings in the physical right here, cattle dwell in these. Read that one more time.
And Jacob journeyed to Sukkot and built him an house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of that place is called Sukkot.
It is called what?
Sukkot.
It is called Sukkot, right? 2 Peter 1:12. Second Peter chapter 1, verse 12.
The book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 12. Wherefore, I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though you know them, and be established in the present truth.
In the what?
In the present truth.
Read.
Yea, I think it meet, as long as I am in this tabernacle.
As I am in this what?
In this tabernacle.
So Peter is talking about his body being a what? A tabernacle. Read.
As long as I am in this tabernacle.
Verse 13.
As long as I am in this tabernacle, to stir you up by putting you in remembrance, knowing that shortly I must put off this, my tabernacle.
You must do what?
Put off this, my tabernacle.
What does that mean? I must put off this tabernacle. He's going to die. Right? Read.
Put off this, my tabernacle, even as our master, Yeshua HaMashiach, have showed me. Moreover, I will endeavor that you may be able, after my decease, to have these things always in remembrance. For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our master Yeshua HaMashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty.
There was what?
Eyewitnesses of his majesty.
When were they eyewitnesses to his majesty? After he resurrected? We'll see. Read that last verse again.
For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our master Yeshua HaMashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty.
He says they were eyewitnesses of his majesty. So they'll let you know that we witnessed something. So we're going to find out there's some things in this book that's talking about the tabernacles that you might didn't connect. And that's what we're going to try to do for you. Connect some dots for you. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house,
If our what?
if our earthly house
If our earthly house, the body, read.
of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Elohim.
We have a what?
A building of Elohim.
We have a building of Elohim. You remember back on our listen, he's talking about being stones, being into this building. Read on.
A house not made with hands, eternal in Shamayim. For in this we groan.
We do what?
We groan,
We groan. Read.
earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from Shamayim.
Which is from where?
Shamayim.
Which is from Shamayim, another house, another tabernacle from Shamayim. Read.
If so be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan.
Do what?
Do groan.
What does he mean we do groan? Because this body does what? Read on.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up of life, might be swallowed up of life.
Read.
Now he that have wrought us for the same self is Elohim, for the same self thing is Elohim, who also have given unto us the earnest of the Ruach. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body,
We are what?
we are absent from him, from Yahuwah.
Read.
For we walk by faith, not by sight. We are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and be present with the master. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him.
We may be what?
Accepted of him.
Read.
For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body.
In his what?
In his body.
In his tabernacle. Read.
According to that he have done, whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad. So he's letting us know that we're in a temporary tabernacle. The tabernacle represents the body, right? 1 Corinthians 15, verse 50.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Elohim.
It cannot do what?
Inherit the kingdom of Elohim.
So if flesh and blood can't get in the kingdom of Shamayim, what must take place? Death. You gotta get something new, right? Read.
Neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I show you a mystery.
I show you what?
A mystery.
I'm talking about a good mystery. I love mysteries. I like mystery movies. Read.
We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed.
We shall what?
All be changed.
You gotta be changed because flesh and blood cannot enter in to Shamayim. So you must be changed. What verse what?
52.
Read.
In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump.
At the what?
At the last trump.
At the last trump. All right. Give me John 2:19.
The book of John, chapter 2, at verse 19. Yeshua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
You said what?
Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Destroy this tabernacle, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Right? Now, we know when he told them this, they didn't really understand what he was talking about. He was talking about his body, calling it a temple or a tabernacle. Read that one more time.
Yeshua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
And what?
Then said the Yahudim, 46 years was this temple in building, and will you rear it up in 3 days?
They're like, man, this temple took 46 years to build, and you say you can do it in 3 days? Because they don't understand at the moment. So this tabernacle that he's speaking about is the body. The tabernacle is our body. On the first day, you're supposed to dress it up nice with the goodly boughs and the willows and this, that, and the third. So on the first day, it's all nice and fresh, like when your baby is born, all nice and fresh. But as it goes through life, what starts to take place? Starts withering away, starts getting old, decaying, going away. Suddenly, the knees don't work too well no more, right? Whatever in life, you playing sports and you twist your ankle, it ain't gonna never be the same, right? You're gonna get old. You're gonna start looking at stuff like this. You're gonna start saying, not press the button, but mash the button.
Mash. Turn it loose. Turn it loose. Wrench it off.
Right. all these type of things, right? Start grunting for no reason. You sit down and get up because the tabernacle is getting old, right? Who be grunting now?
We just grown into being the new. We just grown. Grown into being the new body.
All right, because all of this is showing that the tabernacle is withering away from the moment that you are actually born. It's already starting, right? And it'll seem like if you don't look at this from the right perspective, it'll almost be like pressing. But it's because you got something better. He says the day of man's death is what? It's better than the day of one's birth. Now, if you were right, if you were on his side, it's better. That's the only way it's better, right? So this is what this is trying to show us, that it's better. That this day, this feast, that we are commanded to do what?
Rejoice.
To rejoice. To rejoice. Even despite, you're supposed to rejoice. Even despite being out in the elements like it's supposed to be in the land, you still were supposed to rejoice. Commanded to rejoice. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16. First Thessalonians chapter 5. Let me see. In fact, pick it up at verse 15. 1 Thessalonians 5:15.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, and verse 15. See that none render evil for evil.
Do what?
See that none render evil for evil.
He was talking about me.
Unto any man.
So I can say something. He said, read that one more time.
See that none render evil for evil.
Don't do evil for evil.
Unto any man.
Read.
But ever follow that which is good, both among yourselves and to all men.
And to who?
All men.
Except for the white man.
Unto all men.
Read.
Rejoice evermore.
Do what?
Rejoice evermore.
He said, rejoice evermore. Read.
Pray without ceasing. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Elohim in Yeshua HaMashiach concerning you.
Concerning who?
Concerning you.
Concerning you. Matthew chapter 13, verse 38. And that song go, I praise you through the good and the bad. I know, something like that. Right?
Everybody trying to show off. How that song go? Dude.
Right? So we're supposed to rejoice no matter what, the good and the bad. We sing this song like every other week or something, right?
Happy or sad.
Right? So it's telling you to rejoice, even in these elements. Rejoice. Matthew 13, 38.
The book of Matthew 13 and verse 38. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked one.
But the what?
The tares are the children of the wicked one.
So this is called, another name for this feast is the Feast of Ingathering. Read.
The enemy that sold them is the devil.
How does the enemy get in and sow something? Oh, because you fall asleep, you relax. Read.
The enemy that sold them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world.
It is what?
The end of the world.
It is the end of the world, or the end gathering. Read.
And the reapers are the Malachim. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire.
They're what?
Gathered and burned in the fire.
So it's two groups. It's one event with two different groups. And it depends on what side you are, whether you rejoice or whether you're consumed or burned. It's up to you, though, how you choose to live your life. You pick it, right? One event is going to be glorious for some people, and it's going to be horrible for others, right? Read that last verse again.
As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world.
In the what?
In the end of this world.
In the end of this world, read.
The Son of Man shall send forth his Malachim, and shall gather, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend.
All what?
All things that offend.
Read.
And them which do iniquity.
Which do what?
Iniquity.
Which do iniquity. And how do you do iniquity? It's a work. It's you're doing something. Trav, y'all go back and watch Trav lesson. What is it, Trav? Sin, transgression, and iniquity? I might have switched them around, but go back and watch that. Iniquity means you're doing something. It's a work, right? Sin is missing the mark. Transgression means I purposely done it. And iniquity means I go to cover it up. So it's a work. It's letting you know that these people have done that. It's not an accident. You did it on purpose. All right? Revelation chapter 14, verse 15. So we're in the Feast of Ingathering.
The book of Revelation, chapter 14 and verse 15. And another Malach came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in your sickle. Thrust in your sickle and reap, for the time is come for you to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe.
It is what?
Ripe.
It is ripe. So we know that the grapes come in the last harvest. Read.
And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another Malach came out of the temple, which is in Shamaim, he also having a sharp sickle. And another Malach came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in your sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vineyard of the earth, and her grapes are fully ripe.
And what?
For her grapes are fully ripe.
Fully ripe. Read.
And the Malak thrust in his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth.
He did what?
Gathered the vine of the earth.
Read.
And cast it into the wine press.
Into what?
Into the wine press.
Into the wine press. Remember, he's walking through in the white, right? Splattering his garments. So all of this stuff is happening around the same time. A 15-day span. A lot of stuff is going to take place when this stuff actually pop off, right? Feast of Ingathering. Now, where did Mashiach originally dwell? Meaning after the creation. In the garden. Who was there with him? Adam and Eve, right? So he was doing what with them? What else? What is this day called? He was dwelling with them, right? So it's always been his ideal thing that he wants to dwell with his people, right? Exodus chapter 29, verse 45.
The book of Exodus, or Shemot, chapter 29 and verse 45. And I will dwell among the children of Israel.
I will do what?
And I will dwell among the children of Israel.
Why don't he dwell with us right now? Because of what? Because of sin. Why did Adam and Eve have to stop dwelling with him? Because of sin, right? He says, your sins have hid my face from you. So you gotta go, right? So he stopped tabernacling with Adam and Eve because they fell in sin, right? Exodus chapter 25, verse 8.
The book of Exodus, chapter 25 and verse 8. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them.
That I may what?
May dwell among them.
That I may dwell among them. When was Moses' tabernacle built? Easiest answer in the world. Doing what? During the Feast of Tabernacles. The first tabernacles is the day that he built it. Right? Read.
And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them, according to all that I show you, after the pattern of the tabernacle.
After what?
The pattern of the tabernacle.
After the pattern of the tabernacle. Exodus 35, verse 20.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, at verse 20. And all the congregation of the children of Israel departed from the presence of Moses. And they came, every one whose heart stirred him up, and every one whom his ruach made willing. And they brought Yahuwah's offering to the work of the tabernacle of the congregation, and for all his service, and for his set apart garments. And they came, both men and women, as many as were willing hearted.
What do you think they're doing? They're coming for you. They're bringing stuff to build the tabernacle or the temple. Verse what?
22.
Read.
And they came, both men and women, as many as were willing hearted, and brought bracelets, and earrings, and rings, and tablets, all jewels of gold, and every man that offered an offering of gold unto Yahuwah.
Where do you think they got all this stuff from? The silver and the gold and stuff. Egypt. So it's really his stuff anyway, right? Because he gave it to them, right? So they're bringing this stuff back. But it was a nice gesture, right? So they brought his stuff back, all right? First day, they built the tabernacle. Zechariah 14. So why did the Egyptians have to give them all of this stuff? What'd you say? Payment for the slavery, exactly. For all of them years of free labor, he paid them at the end.
Reparations.
See that? If you do right, guess what you got waiting on you?
Reparations.
So we ain't got to worry about if Trump or Biden giving you reparations. If you do right, you're going to get it. The real reparations. Right? So no need to go line up and vote. It's not going to do nothing for you. Zechariah 14, verse 3.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 3. Then shall Yahuwah go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle, and his feet shall stand in the day upon the Mount of Olives.
Where at?
Upon the Mount of Olives.
On the Mount of Olives. Read.
Which is before Jerusalem, on the east.
On what?
On the east.
On the east. Jump down to verse 16.
Verse 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King.
To do what?
To worship the King.
Read.
Yahuwah of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
To keep what?
The Feast of Tabernacles.
So in the law, he said that the children of Israel were supposed to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. He didn't mention the other nations, but here he mentions the other nations specifically that they're going to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So if you're talking about keeping tabernacles, you know that atonement has just passed, right? Read.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, Yahuwah of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
Shall be what?
No rain.
No rain, no what? No blessings, no rain, no crops. We done a whole lesson about this maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that. Right? No, this is blessings. You don't eat. Your blessings are cut off if you don't come up here. Read.
And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague.
There shall be what?
The plague.
There shall be the plague. Nobody don't want the plague, right? Revelation 21:3.
Revelation chapter 21 and verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of Shamaim saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Elohim is with men.
He said what?
The tabernacle of Elohim is with men.
He said the tabernacle of Elohim is what?
With men.
It is with men. What does that mean? He said that the tabernacle of Elohim is with men. Who is that? That's Mashiach. It says that the tabernacle is dwelling with men. Remember, his whole thing is he's always wanted to dwell with his people. But the reason he couldn't do it, because he was in sin. Adam and Eve was dwelling with him, but they fell into sin. As soon as they did that, you gotta go. Right? As soon as we did it, y'all gotta go. You gotta get out of my land. Read that one more time.
And I heard a great voice out of Shamaim saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Elohim is with men, and he will dwell with them.
He will do what?
Dwell with them.
He told us in the law that he wanted to dwell with his people, build their tabernacle so I can be there with you. Read.
And they shall be his people, and Elohim himself shall be with them.
He shall what?
Shall be with them.
He shall be with them. So in order for him to dwell with them, they had to be what? Sinless. It was a day that came a little bit before Tabernacles, atonement, right? The only way you can dwell before him, you have to be atoned, meaning sinless around him, right? 2 Chronicles chapter 5, verse 1.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 5, at verse 1. Thus, all the work that Solomon made for the house of Yahuwah was finished, and Solomon brought in all the things that David his father had dedicated, and the silver, and the gold, and all the instruments, put he among the treasures of the house of Elohim.
When do y'all think Solomon is making this? Can it be? Read.
Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel, and all the heads of the tribes, and the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel, unto Jerusalem, to bring up the ark of the covenant of Yahuwah out of the city of David, which is Zion. Wherefore all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king.
All the what?
Wherefore all the men of Israel assembled themselves unto the king.
So all the men came. Ain't it 3 days that all the men gotta come? So all the men is coming. Read.
In the feast, which was in the 7th month.
In what month?
In the 7th month.
So Solomon is following suit. He's doing everything according to this right here is in Tabernacles. He's building the house of Yah in the same month that it originally was. Keep that in mind. John chapter 8, verse 12.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 12. Then spake Yeshua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world.
I am what?
The light of the world.
He said, no, I am the light of the world.
He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
Have what?
The light of life.
Have the light of life. So he's letting you know, I'm the light. I'm the light of the world. I want you to keep this in mind. Exodus chapter 15, verse 1. All these things is going to come back in the end to mean something.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahuwah, and spake, saying, I will sing unto Yahuwah, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea.
So notice they are rejoicing. Read.
Yahuwah is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation.
He has become my what?
My salvation.
He has become, say that in the Hebrew.
Yahuwah is my strength and song. He has become my salvation.
What's the Hebrew word for salvation?
Yeshua.
Say it again.
Yeshua.
So it's pointing to somebody. He has become my Yeshua. However you want to say it, right? Read that one more time.
Yahuwah is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation.
So I want y'all to notice they were singing, they was rejoicing, and they said, he has become my salvation, or my Yahusha, or Yeshua, however you want to say it. They singing and rejoicing, and they says, he has become my salvation. Psalms 118, verse 14.
Yeshua. What is it? Psalms what?
Psalms 118 and verse 14. It's going to all make sense. Psalms 118 and verse 14.
Psalms 118 and verse 14. Yahuwah is my strength and song.
And what?
And song. And he and is become my salvation.
Read it for what it is. And become my what?
And become Yeshua.
And become Yeshua. So they singing and rejoicing. Hold that in mind. Verse 15.
Verse 15. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle.
It is where?
In the tabernacle.
It says that the voice of rejoicing and Yeshua is in the tabernacle. Read that one more time.
The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle of the righteous. In the tabernacle of the righteous.
It's in the tabernacle of the righteous. It's not in the tabernacle of the other ones. It's not in theirs. It's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Isaiah chapter 12, verse 2. Isaiah chapter 12, verse 2.
Isaiah chapter 12 and verse 2. Behold, Elohim is my salvation.
Elohim is who?
Is my salvation.
Elohim is Yeshua. Read.
Elohim is my salvation. I will trust and not be afraid. For Yahuwah is Yahuwah. Is it Yahuwah? Yeah. For Yahuwah is my strength and my song. Is Yah Yahuwah? For Yahuwah is my strength and my song.
And my what?
And my song.
And my song.
He also is become my salvation.
He also has become what?
My salvation.
My Yeshua. Or I want you to keep this in mind. That's what's in the, it's saying is his name right here.
All right.
All right? Hold that in your mind. John chapter 7.
I said I never seen that before. It say Yah Yahuwah.
John chapter 7, verse 25.
John 7 and 25. Then said some of them of Jerusalem, is not this he whom they seek to kill?
They do what?
Seek to kill?
Whom they seek to kill. And they want to put the light of the world out. Why would you want to do that? Plunge yourself in the darkness. They want to take the light of the world away. Crazy, right? Jump down to verse 37.
Verse 37. In the last day, that great day of the feast.
In the what?
In the last day, that great day of the feast.
In the last day, in the great day of the feast. What feast y'all think they're talking about? That's right, Tabernacles. Read.
Yeshua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink.
Let him do what?
Come unto me and drink.
He said, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. Read.
He that believes on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Shall do what?
Shall flow rivers of living water.
Shall flow rivers of living water. Give me Deuteronomy 31, verse 10. But you gotta believe in order for this water to flow from you.
What was that? 31 and what?
Verse 10.
Deuteronomy chapter 31 and verse 10. And Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release.
In the year of what?
Of release.
In the year of release. Read.
In the Feast of Tabernacles.
Read.
When all Israel is come to appear before Yahuwah your Elohim, in the place which he shall choose, you shall read this law before all Israel in their hearing.
And what?
In their hearing.
So at the Feast of Tabernacles, it is packed with people, right? This is one of the 3 feasts that it is packed. And at the 7th year, both women and children come. So it's even more people, right? Why do you don't think he really want the people to be here? We don't find out. Read. Verse 12.
Verse 12. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and your stranger that is within your gates, that they may hear, and that they may learn and fear Yahuwah your Elohim, and observe to do all the words of this law.
All the what?
The words of this law.
All the words of this law. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1.
Isaiah 2 and 1. And the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahuwah's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come you, let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah, to the house of Elohim of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
He will do what?
Teach us of his ways.
He will teach us his ways. Just like he gathered them all together back there on the 70th whatnot, he's gonna do it again. Read.
And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahuwah from Jerusalem.
From where?
From Jerusalem.
Read.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their sword into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
So notice he says he's gonna take all of the tanks and all that stuff and tear them up, and all of the nuclear bombs. He's gonna destroy them all. Read it again.
And he shall judge among the nations, and rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Read.
O house of Jacob, come you, and let us walk in the light of Yahuwah.
Let us do what?
Walk in the light of Yahuwah.
Let us walk in the light of Yahuwah. Micah chapter 4, verse 1.
The book of Micah, chapter 4, at verse 1. But in the last days,
What days?
in the last days,
Read.
it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahuwah shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
And people shall what?
Flow unto it.
And people shall flow unto it. Read.
And many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah.
Let us do what?
Go up to the mountain of Yahuwah.
Let us go up to the mountain of Yahuwah. Verse 2. All right, give me Deuteronomy 33, verse 2.
book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33, and verse 2. And he said, Yahuwah came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them, and he shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000 of saints, and from his right hand went a fiery law for them. Yeah, he loved the people, and all his saints are in your hand, and they sat down at your feet.
They did what?
Sat down at your feet.
So what do you think they do when they sat down at his feet? They listening, they learning. Same way it's gonna be like he the father and he got his little children all around him coming to get his word. Read that last verse again.
Yeah, he loved the people. All his saints are in your hand, and they sat down at your feet. Every one shall receive of his word.
They're gonna do what?
Receive of your words.
Everyone shall receive of his words. Read.
Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob, and he was king in Yeshurun.
All right. Let me get Ezekiel 34:26. So he said, if the people don't come up to tabernacles, they don't get what? They don't get rain. And he says, he that believes on me shall be what from his belly?
Rivers of living water.
Rivers of living water, right? Y'all paying attention a little better than me. They usually miss all the stuff.
The bagels holding them over. Right?
Yeah, exactly. The bagels got you.
Bagels holding them.
Make sure we buy bagels every time to keep y'all paying attention. Put that in the budget. Bagels for everybody. Keep y'all engaged a little bit.
That's that bread. They got that bread.
The bread of life. Skip and Ziak, I want them bagels. Read.
34.
Ezekiel 34:26.
Ezekiel 34:26. And I will make them and the places round about my hill increasing, and I will cause the shower.
I was doing what?
Cause the shower to come down in his season.
You say, I will cause the shower to come down in its season. Read.
There shall be showers of blessing.
Showers of what?
Of blessing.
Showers of blessings. Keep that in mind. Psalms chapter 72, verse 6.
The book of Psalms, chapter 72 and verse 6. He shall come down like the rain upon the mound.
It says, he shall come down like the rain. Specifically in this one, he is coming down like the rain. Read.
And he shall come down like the rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth.
That do what?
That water the earth.
That water the earth. Read.
In his days shall the righteous flourish.
In his days what?
Shall the righteous flourish.
So he compares us to plants. And when plants get their water, what happens? They flourish, they grow, right? Because on the really, really hot days, when you didn't get that water, them plants don't always be like. As soon as you hit them with the water, they right back up, right? He's trying to show us something. You know what I'm saying? He's an agricultural God, so to speak. This is what he is. Compares all of this to this, right? What verse what?
7.
Read.
In his days shall the righteous flourish, and the abundance of peace, so long as the moon endures.
So long as how?
As
long as you go out and see the moon, it ain't gonna stop. Right? You seen it out there last night, even this morning. Right? Give me Hosea chapter 6, verse 3.
The book of Hosea, chapter 6 at verse 3. Then shall we know if we follow on to know Yahuwah. His going forth is prepared as the morning.
As what?
As the morning.
Read.
And he shall come unto us as the rain.
As the what?
As the rain.
As the rain. So we can see that we all need water to grow, right? But if you're on the wrong side of the water, he might come as a hurricane or a torrential rain or tsunami. So the water can be good, but if you're wrong, it can be the worst. Right? Same thing. If you're righteous, the water is great for you. But if you're wicked, it'll be like the flood in the beginning. Not good for you. Right? Give me Hosea chapter 10, verse 12.
Hosea 10 and 12. Sow to yourselves in righteousness.
Do what?
Sow to yourselves in righteousness.
Sow to you, still using a garden or a planting thing. Sow to yourselves in what?
In righteousness.
Read.
Reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek Yahuwah till he come.
It is time to do what?
To seek Yahuwah.
He said it's time to seek him. Sometimes we feel like we say, I can put this off. You know, it's a week before the Day of Atonement. I can get away with this one. Right? He says, seek me while I may be found. Seek him now. Don't put it off. Don't wait. Because you don't know what's written. Or did he scratch your name out? We don't know. Read.
Sow to yourselves in righteousness. Reap in mercy. Break up your fallow ground.
Do what?
Break up your fallow ground.
Break up your fallow grounds. Read.
For it is time.
Is what?
Time to seek Yahuwah.
To do what?
To seek Yahuwah.
To seek Yahuwah. John chapter 7, verse 37 again.
The book of John, chapter 7, at verse 37. In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yeshua stood and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink.
Let him do what?
Come unto me and drink.
Let him come unto me and drink. He is the showers that you need for your crops to grow, for you to grow. Read.
Let him come unto me and drink. He that believes on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this spake he in the Ruach, which they that believe on him should receive. For the Ruach HaKodesh was not yet given, because that Yeshua was not yet esteemed.
He was what?
Not yet esteemed.
He was not yet esteemed. Jump down to verse 47.
Verse 47. Then answered them, the Pharisees, are you also deceived?
Are you what?
Also deceived?
So the Pharisees asking the people, are y'all deceived? But who really deceived? They are. Read.
Are you also deceived? Have any of the rulers of the Pharisees believed on him?
He said, we don't even believe in him. Why would y'all believe in him? You're supposed to be following us. We the scribes and the Pharisees. Right? Read.
But the people who know not the law are cursed.
So he says, y'all don't know the law. That's the only reason why y'all believe in him. And y'all are cursed for believing in him. They said, y'all don't know the law, therefore y'all are deceived. Read that verse 49 again.
But this people who knows not the law are cursed.
They are what?
Are cursed.
They are cursed. But guess who really cursed? They are. That's what's so messed up about it. they themselves are cursed. John chapter 8, verse 1.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 1.
Now he told you this was around the last day of the great feast, right? The 8th day. John 8 and 1.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 1. Yeshua went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and sat down and taught them. And he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery.
She was what?
Was taken in adultery.
Really?
In the very act.
In the what?
In the very act.
So they saying that they caught her direct in the act of doing it. Read.
In the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned.
Should be what?
Should be stoned.
Should be stoned. So bring that woman here and stone her. Right? Read.
But what say you?
But what?
But what say you?
So they just quoted the law like they know what they was talking about, right? They said in the law of Moses it says that this woman should be stoned. But what do you say? He turned it, exactly. He turned to him and say, the law said this, but what do you say? Now, what are they doing wrong? Unrighteous judgment, where is the man at? The man is supposed to be here as well, but they don't bring him, they strictly bring the woman. Right? Read.
This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yeshua stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground.
Did what?
Wrote on the ground.
Stooped down with his finger and wrote on the ground. He just ignored him. Bartholomew, James, John. Writing on the ground. Read.
As though he heard them not.
As what?
As though he heard them not.
Completely ignoring them, act like he don't even hear them. Read.
So when they continued to ask him, he lifted him up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you,
Do what?
let him first cast a stone at her.
Let him do what?
First cast a stone at her.
So anybody without the sin be the first one to drop the stones on. That's a nice way. Mashiach is the ultimate lawyer. If you want to know how to lawyer, read him. He playing with him. Read that one more time.
So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground.
He did what?
Again he stooped down and wrote on the ground.
Talk to him a little bit, stoop down, and roll on the ground again. Hold that. Give me Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13. Remember, he says, I will come down like the dew, like the rain. You need these showers. Jeremiah 2:13.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 13. For my people have committed two evils.
They did what?
Committed two evils.
Read.
They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
He said they have did what?
Forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
They have forsaken me, the fountains of living water. When did they do that? And they just did it. He just told us in John, believe on me, and it shall flow from your bellies. He was letting them know exactly who he was, right? And they forsook him, right? But everybody ain't heard this What do you think he was writing in the ground? Say what?
Cheated.
She cheated?
She cheated.
Take her bonus points.
I can tell by Bodie's face she cheated. It's okay.
Yep.
We ain't judging though. You ain't on the
We're going to rejoice with you anyway. Give me Jeremiah 17, verse 13. It says, my people have committed 2 evils against me.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 13. O Yahuwah, the hope of Israel.
The what?
The hope of Israel.
O Yahuwah, the hope of Israel. Read.
All that forsake you.
All that do what?
Forsake you.
They just forsook him. Read.
Shall be ashamed.
Shall be what?
Ashamed.
And what else?
And they that depart from me shall be written in the earth.
Shall be what?
Shall be written in the earth.
So he just wrote them in the earth because they just forsook the fountains of living water. That's what he was writing. So if you were standing there and you saw him putting your name in the ground and you knew this verse, how would you feel? You got them rocks. The scariest feeling in the world. You know, because these the scribes and Pharisees, they know the book. They just twisted it. They knew this. So you walked away terrified, knowing I just fulfilled this verse. My name was written in the earth. The worst feeling. Hosea chapter 8, verse 8. Hosea 8 and 8. We almost there to tie it all in.
The book of Hosea, chapter 8, and verse 8. Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. For they are gone up to Assyria, a wild donkey, alone by himself. Ephraim has hired lovers.
He did what?
Has hired lovers.
Read.
Yea, though they have hired among the nations, now will I gather them.
I will do what?
Gather them.
Read.
And they shall sow a little for the burden of the king of princes. Because Ephraim have made many altars to sin. Altars shall be unto him to sin.
To what?
To sin.
Read.
I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing.
As a what?
As a strange thing.
So the scribes and Pharisees took his law and made it something strange. They added their own stuff. We're going to make the Talmud and all of this other stuff, made his law something strange. Right? Hosea 4 and 6. I know you don't know that verse.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
For what?
For the lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because you have rejected knowledge, I will also reject you.
I will do what?
Also reject you.
I will also reject you because you have forsaken the fountains of living water. Leviticus 23:42.
Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 42. You shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
To do what?
To dwell in booths.
3 times. To dwell in booths. Read.
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt, I am Yahuwah your Elohim. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feasts of Yahuwah.
The what?
The feasts of Yahuwah.
The feast of Yahuwah. John 1 and 14.
John chapter 1 and verse 14. And the word was made flesh.
It was what?
Made flesh.
Read.
And dwelt among us.
It did what?
And dwelt among us.
Let's look at this word just by chance. G4637. It means to fix one's tabernacle. Wow. Just by chance, I just decided to look that up. It says to fix one's tabernacle, abide. Tabernacle or tent, tabernacle to dwell. Read that again. Verse 14.
And the word was made flesh and dwelt among them.
And the word
or among
tabernacle
us.
amongst us.
37.
It's for the word dwelt. G4637. So when the stones is to tent or encamp, that is figuratively to occupy as a mansion or specifically to reside as Elohim did in the tabernacle of old, the symbol for protection and communion to dwell. So right here, he's letting you know he tabernacled among the people. He said he wanted to tabernacle amongst his people, right? Let's get Luke chapter 1. So we got to find out why does he really want us to rejoice? What is that really about?
The book of Luke, chapter 1.
Pick it up at verse 5.
And verse 5. And there was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abijah.
The course of who?
Abijah.
The course of Abijah or Abijah. Read.
And his wife was of the daughters of Aharon, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before Elohim, walking in all the commandments and ordinance of Yahuwah blameless.
So Zacharias is a priest. Read.
And they had no children, because that Elizabeth was barren, and they both were now well stricken in years. And it came to pass that while he executed the priest's office before Elohim in the order of his course,
In the what?
in the order of his course,
Read.
according to the custom of the priest's office,
Of the what office?
of the priest's office,
Of the priest office. Read.
his lot was to burn incense when he went into the temple of Yahuwah.
So he is a priest under the order of Abijah. Hold that. It's 1 Chronicles 24, verse 1.
The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 24, and verse 1. Now these are the divisions of the sons of Aharon. The sons of Aharon: Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, Ithamar. And Nadab and Abihu died before their father.
So we know that they brought the strange fire in, and these two died. Read.
And had no children. Therefore Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office.
Jump down to verse 8.
Verse 8. And the third, Harim. The fourth, Siorim. The fifth, Malchiyah.
So these third, fourth, and fifth, this is talking about their course. It told us in the course of Abijah. Read.
And the sixth, Mijamin. In the seventh, Hakoz. In the eighth, Abijah.
So this is the man that Luke is talking about. So this is in the 8th course. All right. Go back to Luke chapter 1. Pick it up at verse 10.
Luke 1 and 10. And the whole multitude of the people were praying.
And the what?
The whole multitude of the people were praying without.
So it says a multitude of people. Why do you think it's a multitude of people there? Yeah, it's a good guess that It's a feast day. It's one of the days. So it's a bunch of people here. Read.
And the whole multitude of the people were praying without at the time of incense, and there appeared unto him a malach of Yahuwah, standing on the right side of the altar of incense. And when Zacharias saw him, he was troubled.
He was what?
Troubled.
Read.
And fear fell upon him. And the malach said unto him, Fear not, Zacharias, for your prayer is heard, and your wife Elizabeth shall bear you a son, and you shall call his name Yehukanan, and you shall have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his birth. For he shall be great in the sight of Yahuwah.
He shall be what?
Great in the sight of Yahuwah.
So what was Zacharias, John the Baptist prophesied to do for Messiah? Prepare the way. So even as the child, he's what? Preparing the way. Right? Not just in this, when they was older, even as children, he's come before him and preparing the way. Luke chapter 2. Pick up at verse 1.
Luke 2:1. And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that the whole world should be taxed.
That the what?
World should be taxed.
That the whole world. It's not the whole world, but everybody is in a certain place. The perfect time that I can do what? Tax the people while they're all somewhere gathered. Read.
And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria. And all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child.
Being what?
Great with child.
Being great with child. Read.
And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes.
In what?
In swaddling clothes.
In swaddling clothes. This is strips that the priest's old garments would be ripped into pieces and made into wicks. So the baby is wrapped in priest garments.
And laid him in a manger.
And what?
Laid him in a manger.
Laid him in a manger. What did Jacob build for his animals? Booths. I'm gonna look this word up, manger, just by chance. A crib, a manger. So they lay him in something.
Put him in a crib.
To eat, a crib for fodder. What would the animals eat from? The trough, which is this quote-unquote manger. Right here, all right? Keep that in mind. Read.
And laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
There was what?
No room for them in the inn.
He said there was no room for them in the inn. Why is there no room for them? Because everybody is there. So it's no room because everybody is there in the inn. Read.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field.
December 25th. Christmas, right? Wait a minute. Didn't Geechee say, look in the back of the field right down the back there. Look, December 25th, the shepherds. Hopefully y'all will get to see that one day.
Just research the tax time. No, December 25th.
Read.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the Malach of Yahuwah came upon them, and the esteem of Yahuwah shone round about them.
And the what?
The esteem of Yahuwah shone round about them, and they were sore afraid.
They were what?
Sore afraid.
They were sore afraid. Read.
And the Malach said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings.
I bring you what?
Good tidings.
Good tidings. What is good tidings? Good news. When somebody brings you good news, what do?
Rejoice.
You rejoice. They told them some good news. Read.
Of great joy, which shall be to all people.
To what?
To all people.
Read.
For unto you is born this day in the city of David. In the city of David, a Savior.
A who?
A Savior.
A Savior. Hold that. Psalms 118, verse 14 again. 14 and 15. So they just told them some good news, and the people are rejoicing.
Psalms 118 and verse 14. Yahuwah is my strength and song, and become my salvation.
Become what?
My salvation.
Read.
The voice of rejoicing.
The voice of what?
Rejoicing.
What are they doing right now when they just got these good tidings? Rejoicing. What day are we commanded to rejoice on? Tabernacles, right? Read.
The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacle.
It is where?
The tabernacles.
It is in the tabernacle. Read.
Of the righteous.
Of who?
Of the righteous.
Of the righteous. Let's go back to Luke chapter 2. Pick it up in verse 12 again.
Luke 2 and 12. And this shall be a sign. And this shall be a sign unto you. You shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the Malach a multitude of hosts, of heavenly hosts, praising Elohim and saying, Esteem to Elohim in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill toward men. And it came to pass, as the Malachim were gone away from them into Shamaim, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which Yahuwah have made known unto us.
Read.
And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe lying in the manger. And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child. And all they that heard it wondered at those things which were told to them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, as giving esteem and praising Elohim for all the things that they had heard and seen, as it was told unto them. And when 8 days,
What?
and when 8 days,
What?
and when 8 days,
How many days this feast is? 8 days, right? Read.
and when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child.
For the what?
The circumcising of the child.
So Abraham made a covenant that every male child shall be what?
Circumcised.
On what day?
On the 8th day.
On the 8th day. Read.
And when 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Yahushua.
It was called what?
Yahushua.
They told us they were seeing something, right? Saying that God has become our what? Salvation. Read.
Which was so named of the Malach before he was conceived in the womb.
Read.
And when the days of her purification according to the law of Moses were accomplished, they brought him to Jerusalem to present him unto Yahuwah.
To do what?
To present him unto Yahuwah.
Read.
As it is written in the law of Yahuwah, every male that opened the womb shall be called set apart
Shall
unto
be called what?
Set apart to Yahuwah.
He's the most set apart. Read.
And to offer a sacrifice according to that which is said of the law of Yahuwah.
To what?
A law of Yahuwah, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons.
It says a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. It don't quite say that, but they said something. and to give an offering according to what is said in the Torah of Yahuwah, a pair of turtle doves. Hold that, give me Leviticus chapter 12. Pick it up at verse 7.
Leviticus chapter 12 and verse 7. Who shall offer it before Yahuwah and make an atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of blood. This is the law for her that have borne a male or female.
Read.
And if she be not able to bring a lamb,
bring a what?
A lamb.
She shall what?
Then she shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons.
2 what?
Turtles or 2 young pigeons.
So this shows you that they was poor. Go back to the Luke chapter 2 and verse 24 again. So right here it says, bring a lamb or bring 2 turtle doves or what? Read.
And to offer a sacrifice according to that which is said in the law of Yahuwah, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons.
Or what?
2 young pigeons.
So this shows you that they was poor. So she couldn't afford to buy a lamb, but guess what? She had the lamb.
Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb. Yes. So he was born on Tabernacles, right? He was born on Tabernacles, the first day, right? The 8th day, he got circumcised. This is why you gotta rejoice for him. And imagine, I know this. Exactly. And we have 6 of them.
All right, indeed. Let us rejoice on this first day of Sukkot for the birth of Hamashiach, the Messiah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. That still a very powerful, very relevant lesson in this day and time, even though it is aged 5 years. It is still a very powerful and very prevalent lesson here today. And all praises to the Most High for the ability to bring this lesson out on this first day of Sukkot. And Toda Rabbah to Chosen Seed, Zaqan YaaQob, and Adawan Brandon for reading and bringing forth the message. Powerful message, and understanding that the birth of Messiah was on this wise, and that's why we have Sukkot celebrating 8 days because of the birth and then the circumcision of Hamashiach. All praises to the Most High. I'm gonna yield there. Go ahead, Akeem.
Karnak just brings another reason, well, the major reason that we should approach this feast week with joy and gladness.
Yeah.
I think on a personal level, all praises to the Most High. He has saw fit for me to see my 7th Sukkot. And like you said, this lesson doesn't get old. Something for us to reflect on. I'm blown away by the architecture of the Most High, how he plays things out, and he tells us in his word that he declares a thing from the beginning. He declares the end from the beginning, and setting up these feast day, and this feast day in particular for the redemption of Yasharal. It's awesome. It is awesome. All praises to the Most High for all that he has done, all that he's doing, and all that he will do. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Indeed, hallelujah, Yahweh. Praises to the Most High. All right, we're gonna go ahead and close it on down because honestly and truthfully, there's not nothing else that needs to be said. Watch this lesson back if you want to see what happened afterwards. Link is in the description box. All praises to the Most High. Enjoy your feast. We do this for a specific purpose. Romans chapter 10 and verse 1, brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to Abba for Israel is that they might be saved. We want to see our people saved. We want to see our people set free. We want to see our people prepared for the return of Mashiach. How we going to do it? First of all, we're going to keep the faith and the belief that the Most High will make good on his promise, as he had promised Hamashiach to redeem us, to set us free, and to restore us to prominence. Also, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. It is so very important to understand that in the conclusion of the whole matter, we are to fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. At the end of the day, when it is all said and done, all the dust is settled and all the smoke is cleared, we will be judged on whether we have feared the Most High and kept his commandments. Why? Because this is the whole duty of man. I am your Zaqan YaaQob, joined by my most esteemed Akinanaya, giving all praises, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Hamashiach wa Malak, Yahweh Shai, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who were scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom wa Baruch, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait to the day when the Most High brings us back together and we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High Power, under one covenant, back in our own land with a heart of flesh and no more a heart of stone, with our enemies, our adversaries, and all those who hate us under our feet. Until that day come, Shabbat Shalom, family.
Shabbat Shalom, Mishpachah.
All praises to the Most High. Praise you, Abba Yah, Kwam Yasha'Allah,
Kwam Yasharallah,
and Barak Hashem Yahweh.